Greetings everyone, my name is Steele, and welcome back to Perceptions of the Dead Volume 2. On our last adventure, we did a little paranormal investigating with Tulip, who ended up getting in a little scuffle with the entity that was causing all the re-murders at the local school. But thanks to a little intervention from Tyrone, all worst-case scenarios were prevented. Now, we're going to pick up things with Chapter 3, titled Garage Reverie, and I just want to say I absolutely love this scene right here. You got Jill with her hair just popping in vibrant colors, reading the Big Book of Phobias. Then you got Owen here reading his own version of the Little Book of Phobias. And then it looks like Raven is back sleeping on a little pillow. We haven't seen her since her brief appearance in Volume 1, so I wonder if she's going to make a comeback in this final chapter. And I also noticed, if you look in the background right above Owen's head, she's got a switch in the background. That's really cool. I like that. She's such a gamer girl. All right, what do we got here? Along with the discovery of a lost treasure, a bit of Jill's past is uncovered by Owen and a childhood friend. Ooh.
I am so jealous of you. I know you always say you're like, not a real celebrity or something, but those words fall a little short when you look at your sub count. Those can't all be real people, can they?
It's really not a big deal.
Like really though? Where in the world did you get the idea to turn your stream into a ghost hunting adventure?
I don't know, it just came to me.
And you two really aren't...
Oh, I know we get shipped, but we're really not.
It's like I always say, she's not my type. She's like 20 years too young for me.
How old are you exactly?
So, what about you? How have you been since school?
I thought I was going to have a real career with my coffee shop.
Owen walked away from the pair, examining a rack of tools, his back to them.
It went well for a few years, but I sort of just fell behind after the first kid. So, I sold it, and Rich and I bought a big house.
We did? Cool. I always wanted a big house.
My life is 90% my kids these days.
Yeah, I've heard it's like that.
You better hurry if you want to be able to know what it's like. You're not going to stay young and beautiful forever. Or at least I hope you're not. I'll get jealous.
Oh, yeah. Quick as I can find someone.
Jasmine's eyes darted toward Owen and back with a glance that spoke all the words she pointedly didn't verbalize. Jill was thankful when Owen responded from behind a shelf.
No, really. Not interested, brah.
Alright, I'll drop it.
Hey, they changed up his character design a little bit. I like it.
Are you dating anyone?
Not right now. My living situation is a bit abnormal.
Not you. Jill.
Same response. Weren't you inside when I had the same conversation with my mom?
Yeah, but you're also the type to lie to her if you thought she might not approve. That's why she thinks you're still What exactly was it you used to do again?
Well, you know how she feels about video games, and I can only imagine how bad she'd take it if she found out I was hunting ghosts.
Yeah, she's always been a tad superstitious.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Whose Vespa is this?
The two girls turned to find Owen marveling with bright eyes over a Vespa freshly unearthed from beneath a tarp.
That's a moped. Vespa is a brand.
Fine. Whose moped is this?
This was my dad's.
A soft silence fell between them like a damp blanket on the mood.
Owen, she really doesn't like to talk about her dad.
Why?
Owen! What part of not wanting to talk is confusing to you?
No, it's alright. You see, Owen, he died not long after I went to school. He wasn't ever an athlete, but he wasn't super unhealthy or anything. He had a heart attack the first week of my second year. It hit me hard. I dropped out, and a bunch of stuff went wrong with my life for a while. Eventually got it sorted out, started live streaming, that went pretty well, and then I met you.
Wow. I have never heard you talk about it so easily. Are you sure you two aren't?
Yes! And, well, it's been a long time. It still hurts, but...
No, I get it. Death hurts. I think I'd know that better than most. Everyone always describes loss as a wound, something that'll heal. It's not, though. It just sticks with you until you learn to live with it.
Jill gave a small smile.
I suppose I have no room to complain next to you.
Sure, it's not a competition. If it were, my paltry sufferings would be nothing compared to the gifts life has given me. I'm from a rich and happy family. I got to study everything I ever wanted to. Even the worst thing that ever happened to me happened while I was doing what I loved.
Oh, that's actually a little romantic.
Dude, Owen is such the optimist. I love him.
Thanks, brah.
Jill didn't know what to say, only finding herself holding the image of her father riding his beloved moped. The three sat in an oddly comfortable silence, their own thoughts filling the void.
So your dad was really important to you, huh?
Yeah, I took after him way more than my mom.
Whoa, did he have rainbow hair?
No, but he used to bleach it sometimes during the summer with the lemon juice. He got in trouble with my parents when he let me do it once. I miss those days. I miss him.
He certainly got me started with the crazy colors. He was a mechanic. I think if he had been better off as a kid, he probably would have been an engineer or a programmer. But, well, we wanted for nothing, and he taught himself in a million little ways. He always had a passion for mopeds, though. He built this one practically from scratch. No real brand other than that of his humor.
Sounds like he really left his mark on you. We should totally ride it!
Owen, her dad had his heart attack on this thing.
Yeah, I can tell by the scrapes along the side. But everything else is so well cared for. The amount of life and love your dad put into this thing, he wouldn't want it to die like this.
Jill locked on Owen's eyes. There was none of the familiar fog. He was alight and alive as he could manage. You know what? Let's do it. Owen's got a pretty good point.
Yeah, okay. Let's do this.
Jill rushed to the side of the garage, fishing a helmet from the wall and slamming it hard onto her head.
Before I change my mind.
Are you serious? It won't start. It hasn't been worked on since the wreck, not to mention the years it's been sitting here.
Owen gave a grin that contained more than just a dash of mania, perhaps the entire bottle of it, and the engine putted to life with a bubbly enthusiasm.
Oh.
With a kitten's roar, it zoomed away into the quiet night.
Wow, that thing's really going. Crazy that it's still... Wait, what?
Jasmine stopped as she looked down to see that the moped was still there. Oh, and using his spectral magic, he manifested his own moped.
So, I'm starting to get the impression that you haven't always been like this.
Huh?
Happy. I mean happy, brah. I kinda had the impression you were always happy. I think it was why I was drawn to you. Ghosts are like, drawn to, like, emotions.
Emotions?
Like emotions.
You already said that.
Not Valley Girl-like. Like as in, like, similar. Wow, that's not a confusing sentence. So, ghosts are born of an emotion, and they're drawn to that emotion. Fear to fear, sadness to sadness, you get the idea.
Okay, wait, so you're saying that ghosts are made of intense emotions?
Have we not covered that? I could have sworn we covered this.
It might have been mentioned. So what, you're a happy ghost? That explains so much.
Yeah, I died summoning an incredibly powerful spirit after months of effort put into doing so. I wonder how Raven is doing anyway.
Is she the one you summoned?
Or something. I think she was already there. I may be responsible for the extra heads and the size.
Do you think maybe I could summon a ghost?
Sure, but I feel like you're trying to steer the conversation out from under me. So, was that the whole ghost thing, or did you get better before you met me?
First of all, I was never in any state that needed getting better. I lost my dad, and he was a very important part of my life. Sometimes it takes a while to learn how to walk when you lose a leg.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
But to answer your question, it was the whole ghost thing, as you put it, yeah. I was in a funk for a lot longer than I probably should have been. I kept trying to push the envelope on mundanity, trying to break free of it. It was all an attempt to be anything but normal. The live streaming...
Jill flicked her hair.
My hair... But it wasn't until you guys came along and utterly shattered my normal that I actually started to improve. And it wasn't an obvious click. It wasn't like, oh look, the dead, I'm happy now, or something. But I think it was probably only a few weeks ago that I realized I wasn't, I don't know how to put it, moping anymore, I guess?
That sounds like a form of depression. The depression isn't always dramatic or intense. Sometimes it's just the morass that makes life hard to live. I'm glad you're doing better. But let me know if I can ever help.
You almost sound like you know what you're talking about.
I do. I was a real person before becoming the customized cookie ghost. Bra.
So, is that an act? Or what?
Bra, I don't even know. I was never even sure with my parents either. Am I a socialite, surfer bra, or like an acolyte of the Eldritch?
Definitely go with Acolyte of the Eldritch. Much cooler title.
You could have the same title, you know.
Hey, I've been learning.
The post-it notes with single character sigils are the arcane equivalent of alphabet blocks. Though, to be fair, it's all a bit more complicated than the alphabet.
Well, I suppose we could focus on that, but it doesn't really strike me as very medium-y. Think maybe I should go and try to find someone who can train me on that?
I don't know, bra, what do you want to do?
That's a really tough question.
Ooh, path of the acolyte, path of the medium. So we get to choose which way she wants to develop her powers. I feel like if we went with path of the acolyte, she would be a little more attuned to Owen and be able to do some of the stuff that he can do. But path of the medium, I feel like she'd just be able to manifest and speak to ghosts and try to get a better understanding of how to help them. So I think I'm going to go with acolyte.
I want to become an acolyte.
What do you call a fish that can't swim?
What?
What do you call a fish that can't swim or breathe underwater?
I don't know, is there a term for something like that?
Sure is. Useless.
Well, thank you, Owen, for that nugget of wisdom. And you were so lucid all day.
So, what do you call a medium who can't do whatever mediums do?
A raw.
A raw? Oh, like medium raw. I get it. Kind of set myself up for that one.
Buzzing!
It was a little too easy.
But my point stands. You need to learn to be who you are before you be someone else. Medium training starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow is movie day.
Medium training starts the day after tomorrow.
The two sat thoughtfully before Jill finally spoke.
So, do we need to worry about gas with a ghost moped? Because we're out if we do.
I have no idea.
You get to walk if we have to walk.
I literally can't walk that far away from you because of the whole haunting thing.
I hate you.
That was interesting. Garage Reverie. That's it? That's the whole thing? Really? No, it said ending of 1A, right? So there's gotta be a whole nother half to this.
Woohoo! Alright! Wee! Vroom, vroom! Woo! It's like the wind's in my hair. Except I can't really feel air molecules at this point, but still loving this. So fast. Whee! Here comes a hill. Here comes a hill. Here comes a hill. Oh, yeah! Oh, I could have gotten air on that one. Okay, I bet I can jump this. No, it's her dad's moped. I'm not going to try to jump things. I totally could, though. If anyone's listening, 100% could jump that. Just won't, out of respect for my friend and her father. And her father's memory. God, I'm glad she's not here for this. I'm totally blowing it. Oh, whoa. Almost hit a pothole. Should I go back?
Aw, whoops, it was more to his blooper, but I cut it out. God damn it, my bad. It's so hard to tell with Owen, though, with his voice actor on when he stops the bloopers, because he'll do long pauses and then continue on. And it's like, are you done? Can I click? Can I continue? So he kind of threw me off there towards the end of it, but it's alright. So they are coming out with a new story then. I wasn't expecting this one to be really short, so if I click play, yep, there it is, story 4 coming soon. Alright, that's really cool, because I was really worried that this was just going to end like that and not continue, but I should have figured because of how they had these tiles set up that they were going to have a 4th chapter. But what's really odd is how this one here, Undercover Undead, this was about an hour long, and then you have Garage Reverie, this was only about 15 minutes or so. It wasn't that long at all. And I'm kind of upset that Raven didn't make an appearance here, although she was mentioned. So we got to find out that she was the ghost that Owen summoned, or at least helped manifest a little bit more, and because of his tinkering with the arcane, he altered her appearance somewhat. But I liked that we got a little bit more insight behind Jill. We got to find out a little bit more of her past. It's kind of sad that she lost her dad, but it explains why she chose to become a streamer, because she had nothing else going for her at the time, and she liked video games. So, I mean, hey, a lot of people do that. Like, a lot of YouTubers did that. I think there were some really famous ones that dropped out of high school. Like, I know Aaron from Game Grumps is one of them. He dropped out of high school, and look at what he built from the ground up. It's impressive what you can do so long as you set your mind to it. So, I like the way this played out. I really did. Kind of upset that it was a little short. I was kind of hoping to get another 2-parter out of that chapter, but you know what, it is what it is, and I liked it. I like that there was a bit more of a connection between her and Owen as well. And it's funny, too, because as much as he keeps saying that she's not his type, I'm pretty sure everyone could see them being a legitimate couple. Like, they just seem to really get along so well. And Owen even said, like, he's drawn to her emotions, her whole enthusiastic personality, even though she wasn't always like that. But she decided to go along that path to help not be stuck in this mundane mindset after the death of her father. So I like the way this was written. Really, really well done. And the voice acting in this was very, very superb. Far more so than it has been in the past chapters, because you actually get to feel the emotion that was coming out of her. You got, especially Jill. And you got a lot of empathy and understanding from Owen as well. So they did really good on this. I liked it. So anyway, that's going to do it for me with this chapter, and I'll just have to wait till chapter 4 comes out to continue the story. But anyway, I'm going to pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then thrust yourself upon that like button. Keep playing it awesome, and I'll see you all on my next adventure.